Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And our live game is Cagliari against Inter. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The exciting Ivan Perisic. Tall and rangy, but he has a deft touch and enough pace to move clear of attention, and he's always looking to shift the ball onto that left foot too, and he packs real power with it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Danger averted for now. Can he find a finish now? He's there to get rid. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Incode goes for the cross.
Goal! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, the cross was inch perfect, and the header unerring.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Inter Milan take the early advantage. And it's Meraih. Inter Milan are the most prolific team in the league this season. And the defence can get it clear. Pedro. Barella sticks in a foot to win it back. Barella with the foul. He'll hit it! Great save, that was not easy.
Well, that's understandable because they haven't found it easy against this defence, and shooting from that sort of range, it's not the answer.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Goes long and forward. Inter Milan were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Away from immediate danger. Vecino pushes it out wide, coaxed out to the wing. And the finish! That is wayward. Looks like a good ball through. Looks to slip it through. Barella finds himself back in the starting side for the first time in a while. Passes it through. Real chance! Oh, superb from Dzeko! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Inter Milan, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Barella, DeMarco, Cagliari owe their previous result to some adept management.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake, and I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
Oh, flags up, he must have been offside.
He may have been caught offside, but that's his game. He plays on the shoulder of the last defender and hopes to time it right, Peter.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Whose ball, who's going to get there? Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Now it's Dzeko. Who's going to make this theirs? Sanchez does well to read it and intercepts. Sanchez does well there, alert. Into the channel. Pedro looking to shoot. Really well taken goal. Right back in the game. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Played out to the wing. Included. Crosses it in low. Mane with a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Pedro with good energy in defence as well.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
It's a loose ball. Aim forward. it's Perisic. Vecino. Pereiro battles to win it back. Baselli. With the ball through. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
And that was asking just too much of him. Code. Tries a through ball. Clears it out of harm's way. Now it's Dzeko, looking to force his way through. Code has a go!
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Going for goal! This could fall anywhere! And that's caused a worry or two. Keeper's ball. And the first 45 minutes are up.
That's entertainment. Asking for any more would be a little greedy, Peter. And yes, mistakes have played their part, so reducing errors can go a long way towards swaying the balance one way or the other.
Inter Milan head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. With a delicate ball. And it's Perisic. Inter Milan turned on the style in their last outing. The fans will want more of that. Now it's Dzeko, long and high towards the flank. Chance! Code has a go! Oh, great save, real class.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Managed to get it away. Out towards the flank. Now the pass. Looks like a good ball through. Strickland. Last bender, Pedro. Fires it in low. Out to the left it goes. It's Perisic! Decent enough try.
It's unusual not to see him make the keeper work. I mean, his accuracy from that type of area is so often better.
Handanovic deals with it effortlessly.
Cagliari have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Looks to thread it through. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Code, who does have an assist to his name. Dzeko. Perisic plays it out to the wing.
Enrique.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It's on a plate. He's in. Deftly done. Good ball over the top. He's done well to tidy up the situation. Plays it out to the flank. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's Pedro. Pereiro. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Thrust towards the front line. Benkovic gets into the right position to intercept. Has he found his man? Inter Milan get it back again. Correa dinks one in. Play for a throw. Pedro makes himself available. Keita gets it back. It's a long forward pass. Lobs it in gently. Hits it first time! Oh, should have been the equaliser.
Well, he won't need telling what a big chance that was. The look on his face says the lot.
Battles to win it back. Last bender. Clinging on for the points here, right at the end. Pedro floats one over. Sanchez. And it's Correa. Correa plays it long. Drilled in low. Pumps it upfield. João Pedro. Pereiro gets it back. Inter Milan. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. DeMarco. Barella. Tries the route one option. Promising cross. No, that's not going to find its target. Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it? Barella spreads it wide. And out to safety. Spoon forward. Tries a through ball. DeMarco. Oh, well. So that's it. It is all over. Inter Milan come out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered. Hello and welcome to you all from the Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. And here we have Inter against Roma. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, someone who could ignite this contest is Stefan El Shaarawy. He usually starts from a wide attacking position before cutting inside with a combination of pace and skill, and he's more than a decent finisher too, so keep an eye on him.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Maitland-Niles with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And he's there to hoof it away. Zaniolo tries making a foray down the right. Referee's given a throw. Lofted into the middle. Not this time.
Well, the defence just got away with that there. There was no pressure on the ball whatsoever, and they were almost inviting the cross.
Towering header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, he was right in front of goal, and he probably should have scored, to be fair. It's been such a positive start. I think the next step has to involve tucking one away.
El Shaarawy. Pellegrini. Mkhitaryan. Looks like a good ball through. The shot's on! It's a loose ball. Brozovic pumps it upfield. And it's Son Heung-min. Inter Milan have a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Damian. Not easily shrugged off the ball. Son Heung-min with the ball through. Swept in. Tries one! It's come loose. Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it? Now the cross.
Inter, they feel they've exposed a weakness here. Their left side looks like supplying much more end product. Well, I suppose you could say that, yeah, there's been a more pronounced threat down that side, but how long will they be able to avail of it? You know, surely there's going to be a reaction at some stage, and they're going to have to come up with another little solution. Well, it'll be interesting to see how their opponents respond now, because there's been so much focus down this side, and surely they've got to come up with a plan to deal with it. And
goal! Inter!
Unbelievable.
And Inter go in front. That is some volley. Great technique.
It's a really, really good goal, and not just the way he finished it. He had to read the whole situation as it developed.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Goes wide. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Skriniar knocks it towards the front. Well played, he saw that coming. And it's Maitland-Niles. Promising cross.
Well, what was required then was a little more patience. He didn't have to cross it so early.
It's on a plate. Tries to dink it in. That has put a stop to that. Out to the left it goes. Now the pass. Nicely measured pass. Abraham has a go! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, I can only add that he's got reflexes that are in perfect working order, Peter. That was very good to watch.
Can he score?
The keeper was relieved to see that off. It was seriously travelling.
Hakimi battles to win it back. Son Heung-min tries a through ball. Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, and the finish is all wrong.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
There too. Smalling. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Mkhitaryan. Maitland-Niles. Oh, the ball's come loose. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Townsend. Hakimi pumps it into the area. Brozovic. Son Heung-min passes it through. Lukaku delivers. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Aimed long and direct. He's got it, and he's got time. Chance. Lukaku has a go! That is wayward.
Well, he was so quick to respond to that. He almost made it count. Great opportunity.
Smalling. Zaniolo. Maitland-Niles. Skriniar does well to read it and intercepts. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The idea was good though, Peter, and
we've reached half-time.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Inter Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Lukaku is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cristante. And that's a throw-in. Zaniolo. Dinks one in. Abraham! That really should have hit the net.
Well, I would say the goalkeeper merits praise for taking charge then. He snuffed out the threat and he put pressure on.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Cristante. Smalling. Oh, nice touch, that's beautiful. Abraham.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Bastoni. Brozovic. You can get that clear. Now it's Fernandez. Can he finish? Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
And it's Heung-min. Brozovic gets it back. Mkhitaryan. Cristante tries the route one option. Real chance! Can he put it away? Really well taken goal. Roma are level. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pass to pick him out.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well-matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
And the keeper's in command. Caicedo. And it's Caicedo. Pushes it out wide. Zaniolo got into a good position down the right. Just needs support to arrive. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
Darmian crosses. Good delivery, no joy.
Inter had players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
He put on quite a show there.
He's been a joy to watch, and that didn't miss by much. He'll be back.
Cristante. That's a throw. Lukaku. Surely. Who's going to make this theirs? And it's Townsend. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Bruno Fernandes. Zaniolo goes steaming forward. And it's Son Heung-min. Ball's gone out of play. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Mkhitaryan.
Roma have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Zaniolo has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Çalhanoğlu, and the through ball is intercepted. And it's Rashford. Zaniolo. Into the last 5 minutes. Looks to slip it through. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Caicedo with the ball through. Inter Milan go in search of their winner. Çalhanoğlu lobs it in gently. Off the post! Goal! Inter!
Unbelievable.
And surely now, that is that! Well, he was never going to miss from there.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
Inter Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Çalhanoğlu looks like a good ball through. The whistle has gone and it is all over. So home advantage told. They have the win they wanted and have a useful lead to carry away with them into the second leg. The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And our live game is Roma against Inter. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Inter Milan visit here with a first-leg home win under their belt. But they are wary that the tie is only halfway through. Much work still to be done en route to the semi-final. Incone tries lifting it over. It's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Vertu gets good distance on it. Spinazzola. Mkhitaryan. Abraham. El-Shaarawy. Spinazzola. Pumps it forwards, and it's Mane. Pumps it upfield. Zaniolo. Tries a long pass towards the front. Keeper's got good distance on that. Tries a through ball. Encoding. Tries to stroke it through. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Yeah, I think the problem there was that the pass was telegraphed. An easy read for the defence.
Oh, that's nice. Abraham! Deftly done. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Well, the idea was crafty, but the weight of the pass was just a little light.
Zaniolo knocks it towards the front. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. DeMarco. Looks like a good ball through. Spinazzola. Now the pass. Going for goal! He can get that clear. They get a throw in. It's out for a goal kick. Smalling. Al-Sharawi. No goals as yet. DeMarco battles to win it back. So what now? Spinazzola can hoist it clear. Now it's Dzeko.
Dzeko can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that, so I think they're defending him very, very well.
Looks to slip it through. Goalkeeper's ball. Who's going to make this theirs? Crosses it in low. And through to the goalkeeper. Zaniolo. Abraham. Zaniolo passes it through. Roma get it back again. Nicely controlled. Abraham crosses in a low one. Saved only by poor finishing. Spinazzola. Played out to the right. El-Sharawi floats one over. Shade too heavy. Keeper could pick that up. Smalling. There too. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, it's become an exercise in preservation, Peter. I think it's been a much more even affair, and there's no need for them to take any unnecessary risks. They look happy to frustrate and contain and just wait for a chance now.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second, for that to be the case.
Big moment! Massive goal!
While some of the supporters may not quite be back in their seats yet, but they've missed the moment in the match from a player it's very hard to subdue. A vital advantage from such a strong player.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Smalling. Al-Sharawi. And it's Caicedo. Sanchez gets it back. In Kona with the ball through. Federico Fazio. Tries the route one option. Al-Sharawi. Zaniolo. Al-Sharawi. Caicedo. And the flag has stayed down. Caicedo hits it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Bertu goes short. He slid it through. Oh, that's a waste.
Yeah, the first touch was the thing to pick out there. That was really nice, but what followed was a big disappointment, and he'll know now what he needs to work on. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Out wide to the right. And it's Al-Sharawi. Tetrinho tries a through ball. Defence has got rid of that. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Yeah, the communication lines were working really well, but the supply line just had a bit of a blockage.
And the defence can get it clear. Roma have a sub ready to come on. Spinazzola. Inter Milan scoring early in the second half to make it 1-0. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Well, we call that the slide rule pass. Time to absolute perfection. Quality ball.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Federico Fazio tries to switch the play. Oliveira wanders offside. Çalhanoğlu pushes it out wide. Firmly met. Inter Milan have a free kick. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, and having played his part in the goal, a tightening up was inevitable.
Smalling plays it out to the flank. Big chance! One-on-one! And the ball's come out. Oh, that's neat. Al-Sharawi. Great strike! But the keeper's equal to it. Gosens. Spoon forward. Martinez. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Looks like a good ball through. It's Caicedo! Lobs it in gently.
Roma have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Spinazzola tried to play it through.
The idea was good though, Peter, and I like the run that triggered the pass, but the quality was the problem.
Chipped through. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Done very well to intervene. Danger averted for now. Now the pass. And that's been repelled. And it's Smalling. Played out to the right. Now it's El Shaarawy. Great reaction. And he's there to make a great save.
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Massive leap! Oh, it's gone in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Roma give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Drilled in low. Oh, that probably deserved better.
Inter had players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Gosens plays it out to the wing, played into the middle. Goal! Inter! And surely now, that is that! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Inter Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? Gosens goes long. There's no flag! El Shaarawy. Thrust towards the front line. So that's it. It is all over. Inter Milan through to the last four. Just two more steps now. They have got a crack at it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Hello and welcome to you all from the Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Done very well to intervene. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Bertrand. The referee's awarded a free kick. Perez. And it's Bertrand. Brozovic. Son Heung-min. Brozovic. Looks to thread it through. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Well, the idea was crafty, but the weight of the pass was just a little light.
And it's Lukaku. Lukaku plays it into the channel. No, that's not going to find its target. It's anyone's ball. It's out for a goal kick. Townsend. Hakimi. DeBuDDi. Inter Milan are pressing with energy in the opening moments of the game. Darmian. And it's Brozovic. Neither side yet able to find the net. Vardy. Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Perez gets it back. DeBuDDi. Passes it through. Maddison looking to get on the end of this. Vardy with a shot! Who's going to make this theirs? Inter Milan get it back again. Lukaku not easily shrugged off the ball. Maddison. Ricardo Pereira. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Darmian. Bruno Fernandes. Lukaku. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Lukaku finds himself offside. Keeper's got good distance on that, and he's made certain that won't get through. Forward it goes. Vardy with the ball through. Barnes looking to get on the end of this. Keeper's ball. Brozovic. Conte. Hakimi tries to get it forward quickly. Maddison. Perez. Bertrand. And it's Perez. Looks like a good ball through. There's no flag. And he nearly went all the way.
Well, they just weren't able to deal with him. You know, he was allowed to go straight through the middle, and I'm sure he'll be a little angry at himself for missing that.
Oh, he really wanted that.
I would agree. It's tremendous play. He's full of belief and imagination and hard to contain.
Madison.
And if anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time.
DeBuDDi. Perez.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Tries a through ball. Bastoni does well to read it and intercepts. Vardy needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Now the pass. Vardy. He scored! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside, and he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Here we go again then.
Inter don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Kante pumps it upfield. Looks to slip it through. Lukaku has a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him. They've come out of the dressing room firing on all cylinders now. We could be in for quite a second half here.
Barnes. Madison. Barnes.
Looks like a good ball through. Pereira. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch.
Over-elaborate, Peter. An exercise in just passing time, well, not getting very far.
Madison.
Great challenge. Vardy.
Conte.
Spoon forward.
Son Heung-min
Is being picked on here.
Yeah, and when you're dealing with someone that's hard to handle, Peter, then sometimes you just have to kind of get stuck in like that.
Tries to switch the play. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, that's true.
And is that how you're seeing it?
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
Conte.
No way through there.
And it's Vardy.
Now the pass. It's on a plate. Can he put it away? It's come loose. And he's whipped it in low.
Brozovic.
Tries a long pass towards the front. That has put a stop to that. Passes it through. Townsend. With a beautifully timed run.
Bertrand.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now it's Vardy. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Shot at goal! Saved only by poor finishing.
I think he deserves credit for getting something away, given that he had to contend with a double dose of closing down.
Inter Milan look as though they're about to make a change. Calhanoglu gets it back. Martinez. Son Heung-min collects the ball from behind. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Going for goal! Iheanacho. Oh, he's come flying in. Barnes. Iheanacho. And it's Bertrand. Hit into the middle. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Aimed long and direct. Looking to force his way through. Calhanoglu! Fantastic from Calhanoglu! That has brought the house down. What a wonderful hit.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Hakimi gets into the right position to intercept. Iheanacho. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Damian. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that...
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And this is the big chance. He went for the curler.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to try his luck from so far out, but that was close. I mean, it kept the keeper on his toes.
Iheanacho. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. He's had a look. Conte thrust towards the front line. Son Heung-min. Deftly done. Correa. It's a loose ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Only a draw in the home leg. It tilts the tie against them with an away game to come. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card, so overall...
Hello and welcome to you all from the Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. And here we have
Inter against Genoa.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
So off we go then. DeMarco tries to get it forward quickly. Inter Milan are having to deal not just with their opponents, but also with a congested fixture list. It's at times like this when depth of resources becomes so important.
And it's a time when the squad is called upon to help keep everything ticking over. That's why we see the bigger squads these days for weeks like this.
Forward it goes. He's played him through. Hits one! Ball's loose, who's getting there? And he's there to hoof it away.
Mane
Floats one over. Defence has got rid of that. Lloris. Now the cross. Can he score? Loose ball, who's going to get there?
Gino.
It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Inter Milan were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. And that's been repelled. Looks to slip it through. Dzeko. Goal! Inter! First blood drawn. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Dzeko is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Inter Milan have an early lead. Good start. Now it's Destro. Incode. Inter Milan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. DeMarco, great challenge, played it early. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Adele battles to win it back. DeMarco knocks it towards the front. Incode looks to dink one in. Danger averted for now. Tries a through ball. Now it's Mane. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Big chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
But when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
Well played, he saw that coming.
Lloris.
Demanding a quick ball here. Incode. And out to safety. Looks like a good ball through. Dzeko. Inter Milan get it back again. Played out to the wing. Diving header! He will be livid with himself.
He was in such a great position in front of goal, and you'd expect him to score from there, but somehow he's missed it.
Barami.
Lloris.
With the ball through. He's in space and looking for options.
Adele.
Tries to stroke it through. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Vecino.
Pumps it forwards. This is gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. The players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Clears it out of harm's way.
Barami.
Goes long and forward. Sanchez with a long pass out wide. Ball is over the line.
Barella.
Pumps it into the area. He'll have a dip! Managed to get it away. Who's going to make this theirs?
Lloris.
Looking to get on the end of this. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Oh, glorious footwork.
Sturaro.
Here comes another cross. Fantastic from Lloris. A goal at a really telling moment. Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
In it comes. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And it's Destro. Brings it forward. Sanchez gets into the right position to intercept. In Kone. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? That's a throw. Yep, it's a corner. Maksimovic gets it away. Promising cross. Firmly met. DeMarco gets it into the middle. And the defence can get it clear. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, we've watched an end-to-end game with lots of chances and a scoreline that should have higher numbers. It's exciting and entertaining, and I'm going to enjoy my half-time cup of tea on the back of that.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Barella. Lloris.
Gets his foot in there. Looks to thread it through. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. Mane. Aimed in towards the centre. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Mane. Now the pass. It's a loose ball. That's gone a long way up and away. Spoon forward. Destro. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Dinks one in. Cut out in the nick of time. Aimed long and direct. And it's Mane. Mane passes it through. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Inter Milan have a sub ready to come on. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Inter Milan seeking to maximise the moment. He went for the curler. Barami. Tries the route one option. Now the pass. There will be a throw-in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Probably be looking to play it square from here. Çalhanoğlu throws one in, goes for goal! And everyone off their seats.
Well, I think the keeper knows all too well that there was no getting anywhere near that. That's a big escape.
Jimenez picks it up from the goal kick. Correa. Sanchez gets it back. DeMarco puts his foot on the gas. Oh, really tidy interchange. Chance! Maximovic gets good distance on it.
Genoa have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must it.
Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Pumps it upfield. What a throw in. Vecino. Somewhat looks like he's in need of protection here.
Yeah, and it's about time they woke up to the main threat. He had license to deliver pretty much unchecked.
Maximovic pushes it out wide. Tries a through ball. Oh, good interception. Sturaro needed to come up with a better ball.
Well, he simply failed to just put a little more oomph behind that.
DeMarco goes for the cross. He's there to get rid. He's gone for it! No mistake! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Inter Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? Looks like a good ball through. Sturaro hoists it high. It's out for a goal kick. Çalhanoğlu battles to win it back. Now it's Mane. Looks to slip it through. And back out it comes. Sturaro. Akhir. Sturaro looking up to see who wants it. Aimed forward. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Inter Milan come away with the win. A job really well done in all departments. A real sum-of-the-parts team effort. Your reflections then, Jim? Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And here we have Leicester against Inter. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Inter Milan arrive here having drawn their home leg. Now they know that a win here will ensure their continued participation. DeBuDDi. Tries a through ball. Pereira lofted into the middle. And the ball is out of play.
Perez. Johnny Evans. Perez.
Vardy
Madison.
with a delicate ball. Looks like a good ball through. Brozovic. Thrust towards the front line. Looks to thread it through. Andros Townsend looking to get on the end of this. He's dealt with that well. Now it's Fernandez. Top save! That shot was travelling. Ricardo Pereira. Looks to slip it through.
Vardy.
Looking to get on the end of this.
Vardy.
He's onside. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Now it's Lukaku.
Madison. It is deadlocked.
Deftly done. Has it out wide now. It's come loose.
Hakimi. Perez.
Bertrand.
And it's Vardy. Vardy.
Spreads it wide. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Perez.
Gets it back.
Vardy.
Bertrand
Perez.
with a long pass out wide. Lovely bit of skill.
Kante.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, good interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Yeah, the communication lines were working really well, but the supply line just had a bit of a blockage.
And he's there to cut it out. Spoon forward. And it's Bertrand.
Vardy.
Vardy with a shot! It's in! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Leicester give themselves the perfect start. Can they build on it? Ball's gone out of play. Oh, good ball.
Lukaku.
With the ball through. He's there to get rid. Barnes gets good distance on it. Bruno Fernandes. What an adventurous run from a defender. It's Fernandes.
And DeBuDDi.
Tries the route one option. Now the pass.
Vardy.
Passes it through. Barnes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Lukaku. Looks like a good ball through. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing.
Madison.
Bertrand. Bastoni positions himself well and cuts it out. Bruno Fernandes. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? And the first half is done.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Here we go again then.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
Brozovic sticks in a foot to win it back. Heung-min swept in. Danger averted for now. Darmian. And it's Heung-min. It's a long forward pass. Heung-min is flagged offside.
Ooh, that was marginal. I'd say very marginal.
Vardy, played out to the wing. Barnes. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Well positioned to make that interception. Chance! Andros Townsend pumps it upfield. Leicester keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Brozovic. Heung-min. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Perez. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Well, the omens aren't looking favourable for them because they're chasing the ball too much.
DeBuDDi.
Ricardo Pereira. Barnes. Plays it over to the other flank. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Heung-min. Iheanacho. And it's Vardy. Out wide to the right.
Leicester have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Done very well to intervene. Calhanoglu. Brozovic. Perez. Darmian gets into the right position to intercept. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. And it's Pereira. Played out to the right. Looks to slip it through. Conte. Brozovic is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Well, he's obviously been identified as a menace, and they're dealing with him accordingly. I think we can expect more of the same.
Bertrand. Now it's Vardy. It's a fabulous position. Conte. Another piece of really good defending. That has put a stop to that.
DeBuDDi.
Iheanacho. He's off on a marauding run. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Barnes. Vardy. Kings it out wide. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Who's going to make this theirs? Son Heung-min. And it's Brozovic. Ball's out on the left now. Son Heung-min drills one in. Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Correa with the ball through. Martinez hits it! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Iheanacho. Ricardo Pereira pumps it forwards. Albrighton. It's a goal kick.
DeBuDDi
Battles to win it back. And it's Darmian. Darmian crosses. They've managed to get it away. Into the channel. It's well blocked and back out it comes. That's it, they are out. So it hasn't happened. No first leg cushion, now second leg defeat, and they are done for. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, it's the end of an adventure that will have taught them a great deal about how to handle these games in the future, if losing does make you stronger.